I'm trying to hold my breath, let it stay this way. Can't let this moment end. You set off a dream with me, getting louder now. Can you hear it echoing? Take my hand, would you share this with me? 'Cause darling, without you.
Hi, I'm Sophie from the Murphy School of Music. A lot of my students have been asking for some help and advice on how to sing the song Never Enough from The Greatest Showman. So I'm making a tutorial with a few tips to make it easier to sing. Firstly, I will be using the original key to sing along to. There are some high notes throughout, but there's always ways to reach them without any vocal strain. There are instrumental versions for karaoke in the lower key. However, the intro lines in this version are extremely low, meaning that it can be damaging to the vocals. So if you don't have a naturally low voice, I would recommend singing it in the original key. So here's an example of how the low version is.
I'm trying to hold my breath, let it stay this way. Can't let this moment end. You set off a dream with me, getting loud enough. Can you hear it echoing?
So as you could tell, that version has extremely low notes. So my advice is use the original key for a female vocalist, unless you do have a particularly low vocal range, or if you're a male vocalist who wants to sing the song. This version, that's the original key version from the film, the highest note is a top F and the very lowest note is an E flat. We start the pre-chorus softly as sang in the film version, which eases the vocals nicely into the song. The second half of the pre-chorus builds in volume, so we're singing the same tune again, just with a bit more power. So it means we need to take a nice deep breath in so we can get this power for that second half. So have a little go of that. First half we sing nice and quietly with softer tones, and then the second with more power.
The shine of 1,000 spotlights, all the stars we steal from the night sky will never be enough, never be enough. Towers of gold are still too little. These hands could hold the world, but it'll never be enough, never be enough.
So the high notes in the song are sang to the words enough, never, and me. How we sing the vowels in these words makes all the difference. So if we look at the first few high notes sang to enough,
For me, for me, never enough, never enough, never enough for me.
so if we sing enough in the high sections with an sound, it can be quite closed off. For example, never enough. Obviously, my mouth is still quite closed, which can make it sound nasal. Whenever we sing high notes, the sound comes from the diaphragm and it travels up and hits the roof of the mouth at the back. So if our mouth is actually closed, that sound won't come out, meaning that it'll sound quite nasal. So when we hit that note, we want to sing enough with more of an R sound. For example, never enough, meaning that the note is nice and full because our mouth is open and the sound can travel out. Just gives it a more of a well-rounded finish, so by elongating the vowel sound, it will sound better.
Towers of gold are still too little. These hands could hold the world, but it'll never be enough. Never be enough for me. Never, 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 never for me.
Make sure to breathe in first and have plenty of air in your lungs, just to support these high notes. Next we've got never, the word never, which repeats quite quickly. Again, a quick breath after enough to support these notes. So we've got never, never. Again, when speaking the word never, we would pronounce the vowel sound quite closed, never. But we need to elongate those vowels when singing to again stop the vocals from sounding closed off or nasal. So we're going to sing never, again with more of an R sound. Never, never.
For me, never enough, never, never, never enough, never, never, never enough.
As we get higher in the song, we discreetly need to change the word me to more of a may. As the higher we go vocally, the more difficult it can be to sustain the E sound, whereas an R sound is much easier and the mouth is more open. So instead of singing me, we're going to sing may, okay? So for example, the lower notes, we're singing me, it's okay. As we go higher and it reaches that soft palate, we're going to go for me, for me, for me.
Never enough for me, for me, for me.
If you are struggling with the high notes, start off by singing very gently in an oo sound. So we can sing the note may as a ooh. As you start to feel more confident with the note, you can vary the volume, try it a little bit louder, and then as an R and then as an A. So you'll be more ready to sing may the more you sing these high notes and the more your voice gets used to them. So ooh, ah, A, and then for me. Just remember to always breathe first and start quietly so your voice can adapt to the note.
For me, for me, for me. For me.
Thank you so much for watching my tutorial. If you've got any other questions about the song, feel free to drop a comment, or maybe if there's another song that you are finding a little bit difficult to sing, maybe just drop a message or a comment and I can try and make a tutorial about that song. Always remember to be prepared when singing. Practice makes perfect. Plenty of breath. If you feel you're struggling with your breathing in a song, you can always print out the lyrics and just mark out everywhere you need to breathe. By being prepared, it will make it easier to sing. So thank you again so much for watching, and you can check out some of our other videos as well. Thanks.
For me.